posted like as satire by him? I don't think so. If he's calling into a
Okay,
random
so
phone show talking about this kind of shit.
I'm back. I just ordered a new microphone.
Fucking
It should
yikes.
arrive tomorrow.
Aren't like
Because the
serial
sound
killer
quality
type
is
people.
awful
If I
with
want
this
to get
one.
into just the craziest thing I ever did,
I just grabbed the academy's key.
A raccoon that was like eating all
Only be a short stream. I have to go outside later.
Kill it.
And
He was like, "Hey, I'll stream
I
it
don't
to
really think
random
there's a
minutes from
point
other
in
people,
streaming with this kind of
and
audio
I'm gonna
quality.
use this
So
air gun to like shoot this
yeah.
raccoon in a cage." And like, you know, this is crazy. This is like legit psycho behavior. Like,
One of the biggest indicators early on that someone's going to end up as some kind of serial killer is animal abuse, like torturing of small animals and shit. That is a phenomenon that's been studied so many times, and there's a direct correlation between hurting animals when you're young and taking that to people down the line. That is like one of the most cut and dry correlations ever.
He wanted it to come across as this crazy psycho.
And yet, for some reason, it still gets dismissed pretty often by
so for
law
that reason,
enforcement. You guys remember
little
what was
bit.
his name? Pushin Entertainment? I forgot how to say it now. He's the guy that would torture and kill cats on YouTube. He was a 15-year-old. That kid didn't go to jail. He got investigated. He's not in jail. And it's because they don't take it seriously. It's, oh, it's a kid, you know. It doesn't matter that he's torturing and killing the cats. But I have no doubt at some point that behavior is not going to just be cats anymore.
Am I overload? Yes.
He's in jail? No, he's not. He is, well, at least he wasn't as of 8 months ago. But I guess maybe something's changed. I haven't kept up since seeing that he wasn't in jail. Because he made a YouTube video talking about how he wasn't in jail or something. I'm a little foggy on the details. It's been a little while. But last I recall, he is not in jail. Tier 1 VJ, the resub, Filth, Geo.
Where is it firing at me?
Resub Sully.
He is a serial killer type guy, which is like, why do you want to come across this?
Those are a lot of enemies.
You know the scene
For the fact that already. Brass shield. Brass shield in the game.
Actually, I think it came from a presentation that they come up with their own forensics challenge on a hard drive in 60 seconds, and they failed at it pretty bad. They decided to go ahead and take on the challenge.
The challenge was to remotely destroy a hard drive in 60 seconds while following these rules.
When you fire the hard drive,
that's a pretty cool competition, I guess.
Oleg is really doing a great job. Especially at taking aggro. Like, he's so
Daniel, who was in
aggressive.
the audience that day, decided that he was worth the shot, so he bought a fire protection tool on eBay, and he spent the next year troubleshooting different methods in order to win the challenge. To remotely destroy a hard drive, he ran hundreds of tests using mixtures of thermite, calcium sulfate, and potassium nitrate.
I ended up doing around 300 tests.
Soon,
Wait,
he tried melting the hard drives in a pit in his backyard.
The second year, thermite actually catches.
I still don't know what I have to craft
At the
those.
time, Daniel was studying electrical engineering.
Looks like he's
at
about
the
to jack into the
University of
Matrix.
Florida. Even though he was only at school for less than 2 years, he managed to have several run-ins with the law, which ended with him being arrested and expelled from school.
One time, he
Tier
told me he
1
was
Jeremy.
ordering like to lose ammonium nitrate, you know, some thing that's obviously for bomb making. But he ordered it to someone else's dorm. So he was like, okay, well, before it gets sent to the dorm, I'll just stick the log into the like shipping and receiving room at my dorm, and then just take the package before it gets there. He told me, well, the bomb squad got to it, and FBI guy called him and asked him about it.
To find out more, I contacted Daniel's old roommate, and Lieutenant James Carter of the Investigation Division at the University of Illinois Police Department.
He was a strange kid, and that's an understatement, but he had taken a video of himself, taking a syringe, and extracting
I think we go to the before battle phrase and finally upgrade the mic a little bit.
like a shot glass or a small cup, and then drinking it.
Yeah, this is his computer and his work area. Yeah,
What
so
the
this is
fuck?
basically me standing in the doorway.
That's worse than
of
Chris
my
Chan
bedroom.
taking a shot
He
of his cum.
co-opted all of this common space for his experiments. So yeah, this like glazy, glossy, like you would think that was water, but it was just melted, dried countertop from his thermite experiments.
He was making like thermite, you know, so he could like burn his hard drive if, you know, if anybody was ever to find out what he was doing with his computer. That's what kind of triggered, you know, the FBI involvement. They basically brought in the bomb, basically investigated it on like a terrorist threat level.
One of the main FBI agents was so much like
There is
Hank
only the
Schrader
one with the
from
ornaments
Breaking
or the
Bad.
ones.
And
But I don't know which
first
one it
he
is.
sees the bleach and he's like, all right, you know, if we find ammonia, then we know we got a situation here. And sure enough, a few minutes later, I hear the guy yell, bingo. And he's holding up the bottle of ammonia.
He installed keyloggers, you know, on computers in, you know, some of the computer labs. But they had a computer lab at Hendrick House. They had like a staff computer at like the front desk. He put keyloggers into those computers too, and I think he used credentials to log in,
Like,
you
each
know,
is
as
on
a
the
staff
way.
member, and then that's how he gained access to the database.
We have
that had
Somber
everybody's personal
1 and 2.
information
I
in.
can buy
Using
3 and 4.
keyloggers, he collected the email login information of his professors and sent out mass mail to students.
Yeah, let's go to
Sometimes he
first.
canceled exams or offered answers to the highest bidder. Occasionally, he would simply type penis, hit send, and call it a day. Daniel cost the university $22,000 in damages by vandalizing the computer lab as well as professors' offices. In one case, he filled a professor's office with a smoothie of durian, which is the most foul-smelling fruit on Earth.
There was a
Is that real? Is durian
report
actually
of
the foulest
getting his
smelling
office
fruit?
door like locked shut.
I've seen it at a
Somebody had
store
done
once.
some sort of, you
Didn't
know,
stand out to me as like
glue
super
and
foul.
They determined it was like glue and graphite.
I guess maybe it's only
Squeeze
cut it
into
open.
like the keyhole in his office door, making it impossible for him to, you know, take his key and key into his office. And that happened a few times. And then that's
You
when,
saw
like,
jackfruit.
Other events started happening. He kept locking
Oh, are
the
they
doors.
different?
He kept sending emails. He was reverse engineering iCards so he could get into the building and essentially like not be in the building under his credentials. There was a lot of stuff he was doing, getting into the tunnels, the underground steam tunnel system that's like across the university. I had spoken with
Thanks, Reese,
TAs, I had spoken with other engineering students, and
It's
you know, I would
Scorpion
ask,
Violet.
do you know anything about this ECE hacker? And everybody would say, well, no, yeah, we've heard about it, but we don't know who he is. So I would ask everybody I interviewed, I understand you don't know who it is, but if you could think about a person in the College of Engineering
I really
who would
want
be
to do
capable of
Ramirez
doing
quest
something
line,
like
but I
this, who
haven't
would it
found
be?
him yet.
I went back over my notes. 4 people, 3 or 4 people in my
Is there
investigation
really no Spirit
mentioned
Spring
his
at
name,
all?
Dan Beckman. I'm like, okay. So after that, I was like, no, let me start focusing my attention on this, you know, Dan Beckwith. There was stuff operating on his desktop that, you know, pretty much said, hey, I'm the ECE hacker, and then gave him the go-ahead to arrest him.
Police officers then searched
Damn,
Daniel's
those
room.
penis emails,
Inside, they
though,
found a rifle,
worth it.
the hood of a fire protection suit, several lockpicks, reverse-engineered ID cards, and keyloggers. They also found a list of social security numbers belonging to faculty members and
I
students.
think somewhere
It
here
was
is
the most filthy, disgusting room I've ever seen in my life. I mean, there was stuff
like
everywhere.
on the other side.
Daniel was
somewhere.
arrested and formally charged with 5 counts of property damage, 2 counts of computer fraud, tampering with documents, and illegally possessing a firearm. After that, Daniel took to Reddit to do an Ask Me Anything titled, I'm a 22-year-old who is going to plead guilty to a felony computer hacking charge in 5 days. When someone asked, what did you do? He responded with, I launched a huge, multifaceted attack against my university for nothing but lulz, involving just about every attack
God, what
in
a
the book.
fucking
I made the
loser.
university's IT department look like damn fools.
Wait, hold on.
Just leave me alone, guys.
Tax went on for months and only stopped when I got bored. I mean, I guess pretty epic prank.
Can I use heal on them?
Take that, university. Geek Redditor. I mean, this is some Reddit ass shit.
IT department look like damn fools.
If I don't get stuck and staggered for a second. Okay. How it works.
A year before Daniel was arrested and expelled from school, his mother, Linda Beckwith, died of cancer, which she hid from her family and medical professionals. In 2013, Daniel returned to his childhood home on Danbury Road as its sole occupant. His father moved into a retirement home after his Parkinson's disease had deteriorated.
Did you have any problem with your by yourself?
Oh yeah, I mean I took it very hard at first. When the first mom's dead, dad's gone, something can't do, you know.
Money.
Stuff. And position in a regular house.
Daniel inherited $2.6 million after his mother's death. With that, he began to invest in Bitcoin, and he made a fortune. In a now deleted Reddit
Holy
comment,
shit.
Daniel
No,
thanked
my
the
last
technology
arrow.
board on 4chan,
Can I
G,
craft arrows?
for turning them onto Bitcoin as early as 2010. In a Reddit Ask Me Anything,
I am still so fucking mad, and I can't believe this came up in, what was it? It must have been 2012, maybe, yeah, probably 2012. I've mentioned this a million times, and I mention it every time it gets brought up. There was a post on the front page of Reddit that said, I strongly urge you to get into Bitcoin, and then another one like, Bitcoin has just hit $100, and I, as well as pretty much everyone I knew, was like, that's stupid, that's fucking dumb, it's never going over 100, it's worthless, why would we ever do that? And I didn't put anything into it. God damn. So this was one of... This seems about right, though. This seems like the kind of person that would actually put money into Bitcoin back then. You had to be out of your fucking mind to think it was a good idea. Jesus Christ. Just a random cringe-lord loser doomer on Reddit was one person that just happened to put money into that fucking Bitcoin post. And it paid off.
EG, my
for
boy.
most of his life as a multi-millionaire, under 40 years old. I still shop at Walmart. I don't hang out at country clubs all day golfing. I do a lot of heavy manual labor that I could easily pay others for. I usually don't tell people I'm rich. When I do, the reaction is generally nonplussed, but occasionally people seem to develop inferiority complexes and feel uncomfortable. After Askia's death,
No, it's just because you're a
prosecutors said
weirdo.
that Daniel had as much as $16 million stashed away in profits he made day trading stocks and buying Bitcoin. Over the course of the next 4 years, Daniel lived a solitary existence. Other than briefly studying to become an EMT, he stayed cooped up in his childhood home while his sporting conditions worsened. He had little interest in participating in the real world. He
Holy
didn't
shit,
own a
are they
phone,
expensive.
He preferred Google Voice instead. Rather than renewing his car insurance after it expired, he chose to rent a vehicle on the rare occasion that he needed one. Of course, as a recluse, he had no interest in obtaining a passport. He was a multi-millionaire who wasn't interested in spending his wealth. Instead, he remained living in his modest childhood home and tinkering with machinery just like he did during his adolescence.
I actually got a call, and it was an IRS investigator, and they were asking me
Stone
about
1.
his Bitcoin account. They were basically saying that he was in possession of basically like $1.2 billion worth of Bitcoin. Around the time of the call, the Bitcoins were like $55,000 of Bitcoin. And he had $1.2 billion worth of them, like, you know, somewhere in the blockchain. That was around the time I found out that he had, you know, had hired that kid and he died, you know, in that tunnel.
What the
6,000.
That's a deep-rooted memory right there. But I first met Askia in kindergarten. He was an amazing human being. He was incredibly
Thank you,
intelligent, very friendly,
So,
kind, he was considerate. I think everybody that he knows can definitely
I'll be right back. I
give
go
a testament to how much they enjoyed being
in the
around him.
toilet.
He was the person that you wanted to be around. He always just brought so much joy to everyone.
And grab some food.
He always had the craziest ideas. It's always like the entertainer. I don't know anyone that didn't like him.
Meeting him early in elementary school, you know, he was always like a super fun kid, always laughing. We played in jazz band together in 8th grade, both playing guitar. There were a lot of things that came very, very naturally to him as a musician and as a guitar player that I don't feel like I developed until later on.
Askia was a budding musician. He emulated Jimi Hendrix, both in substance and style.
God, this
he
is
was
really
also
sad.
quite a good trombone player, a wrestler. He also played lacrosse. I remember when he was in 5th grade, he topped the class and he actually got a presidential award certificate from President George W. Bush at the time.
You were proud of him?
Yes, I was proud of him, but I was also concerned. I was concerned about the fact that he dropped out of college. I told him that he should have been able to try and develop his business.
Yeah, so what? Can someone fill me in on that? That was the Thiel thing. I don't know who that is. Who is Thiel, and what is that drop out of college thing? So what is that, like a course or something? Thanks to the resub Fruity and the Prime Astro. He founded PayPal with Elon. Thiel's a billionaire, founder of PayPal, and what? He has like a course that tells people to drop out of college and grow their business with him? It's a support/fundraising foundation for people who do entrepreneurial stuff. So does it not tell people to drop out? No, okay. I thought that was like one of the core tenets of it. Oh, it does. Okay. He explains it a bit more in a minute. Okay. Alright. Because that's really a weird concept.
Undergraduate degree. You see, I don't believe that wealth is a measure of a man. I'm not saying it isn't important. I'm just saying I do not believe it is a measure of a man. I believe the true measure of a man is what he contributes to society, to uplifting society. I believe that's how Oscar depicted things. The measure of a man was his wealth. He talked about Jeff Bezos.
I think I will stop the stream here because I have to eat, and I don't want to eat and stream at the same time.
And I believe his philosophy developed here in the States.
Is there something on the ground?
In this country,
there's a lot of you guys.
Get rich fast.
Fucking true. Absolutely fucking true.
Capra had big dreams. When he was in middle school, he and his friend Tavon Giaquinto started a landscaping company. In high school, he built a 3D printer, and together they started a company offering 3D printing services. Following that, they started a clothing company.
Me and him were both trying to get into the startup world. I was focused on marketing, he was focused on more the finance part of things.
Like Noah Chamber?
At the time, I know he
there it is.
Equity Shark, it really defines, who we want to be. When you're looking for people to invest in your company, they typically call those sharks.
Oh,
like
a boss fight.
So
no, Oleg, don't leave me.
Same type of environment for the average person can have.
Oh no, fuck no.
Askia taught himself coding and worked tirelessly to bring Equity Shark to fruition. They aggressively sought out investors, so no one was funded. After applying to Y Combinator and getting rejected in the third round, Askia and Tavon about the Teal Fellowship.
Askia just really sold me on it that day. He's like, you gotta sign up for this.
Around the same time,
up to this day, I still don't know how to deal with those.
Live streaming website called blab.im.
On the
like, except with the healing spell.
Software developing and investing. One day, while watching the infamous farm,
they will break your guard if you block. They will
he first laid eyes on Daniel
just keep attacking you like you're dead. I don't know. You can't really parry them. Like maybe you can, but I'm just not good enough.
Investor and hacker.
I still remember I never saw any of those streams, but I remember Martin Shkreli.
So my runes are
for a brief period of time had a whole Discord server that fucking worshipped him.
What?
Kai and I went in there one night because we were curious and just wanted to laugh at the clowns that were for some reason sucking the dick right off of Shkreli's body. And Martin Shkreli was sleeping on a voice call, and they were freaking out about how lucky they were to hear him sleeping. It was so unbelievably fucking pathetic. God, that whole community was awful. And then when he did get arrested, I don't remember exactly what happened. They were like, "No, this is outrageous. He didn't do anything wrong. What? Oh my God, this is blasphemous!" Fucking crying, losing their mind over it. It was a cult. Using Tempest, Trojan, the Prime Matt, back in the resub Prodigy, Prime Sozo. He is out now. Yeah, Shkreli did get out.
Bitch! Die.
Get out
Oh
and
my god.
immediately tried to sue somebody, if I remember correctly. Martin Shkreli's farmer bro, he's the guy that did like the 10,000% price hike on
yeah, poison, that's good. Thank you. Die. Stupid. Holy. I don't know what if I could do against those if I didn't have healing spells. They're awful. These guys are awful.
Darapim. I don't remember the name, but I think you're right. I think it was the insulin. It was like a 10. You know, why don't I just look it up? I'm on the fucking internet right now.
I think I will go to defeat the Crystallians, but off stream. Oh no.
Okay, let's see what it was. Martin Shkreli caused a 10,000% squeeze on the KBIO. Well, actually, this is something different. This was a squeeze that he orchestrated on a failed biotech called Bio.
Oh, yes, this one?
What was the drug, though?
Yeah, fuck you.
Did I get the numbers mixed up? Was it 1,000% price increase?
Booger AIDS.
It was a 5,000% increase. Here it is. And it was Darapim. He raised the price of an anti-parasitic drug, Daraprim, to $7.50 a pill from $13.50 in 2015 when he was chief executive of Turing Pharmaceuticals.
Oh, I get his armor.
The charges that led to his arrest in December of 2015 are not related to Turing, but focus on Shkreli's management of Retrofin and the hedge fund MSNB Capital Management between 2009 and 2012. Yeah, he was defrauding investors, right? That's what they eventually busted him for. They said that he paid investors back with money stolen from Retrofin, which he founded in 2011.
I took you no matter. Lay out your arms then.
It was securities fraud. Okay. Yeah, the guy is an absolute piece of shit and a clown.
Like, out there.
No, I know he's out now. I know he's out now.
Nice.
Things are Prime Violet.
Askia became a regular viewer of Daniel's livestream. Daniel, who liberally shared tips with his viewers about investing and technology, was open to investment opportunities. And one day, Askia contacted him and told him about Equity Shark. They scheduled a meeting at a hookah bar in Rockville, Maryland. Askia and Tavon waited 15 minutes for Daniel to show up. And when he did, they couldn't help but notice that he seemed to have something hidden under his gray t-shirt.
You could clearly see that there was like a bulletproof vest that he was
Rodrigo.
wearing.
Go spiritual.
Under his shirt. And so I did think that was a little odd at first.
Master Hugh.
I personally assumed that maybe he was like ex-military or something like that. You know, I didn't
just a fucking lunatic is what he was.
The meeting lasted for 30 minutes, and by the end of it, Daniel Beckwood seemed impressed.
He liked the idea. He loved it. His only thing at the time was, you know, how are we going to get this thing built? How much is it going to cost? At the time, I think the cost for us to get a full prototype done and coded was about 10 grand. When he heard about the Field Fellowship, he was super excited. That's what really sold him into, you know, kind of being ready to invest in us that day.
So yeah, I will end
After leaving the hookah bar, they walked in
here
to
again
his
with
truck.
the better
He mentioned
microphone.
how he was